Freak Speak!
And we're back with another episode of Let the Freak Speak. I'm Nicholas Valenzuela.
I'm Nathaniel Lopez.
And today we're winging it harder than ever. America's least favorite podcast, Morons of Absurdity, Masters of Obscurity.
Got that right.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking of changing least favorite podcast to
America's favorite new podcast. Hey, everybody.
America's least known podcast.
So
Yeah.
America's secret favorite podcast.
Yeah. America's secret favorite
Matt
podcast.
and Shane's secret favorite podcast. We come up with a bunch of podcast names, but we just change one little thing to it's like Matt and Shane's secret favorite podcast.
It's good that we're like getting our footstep into the YouTube universe. If you think about it, we have our own world in the YouTube world. Who else could say that?
I mean, we
know.
We kind of already did.
Yeah.
Whenever you go back to like my page.
Yeah. I'm not just in the Twitter world. I'm in the YouTube world as well, bitch.
Hello, Twitter world.
Like, I use YouTube for everything, and I'm on that bitch.
Yeah, you are.
I am. You too.
There's sketches with you in it.
Yeah.
What's crazier is finding videos that I did not post myself that have me in them.
Okay.
So like, there's a few. It was this dude. His name was like the Waver Dave, and he used to go to all kinds of shows in Tucson.
Yeah.
And he would just sit there with a camcorder and record the whole show, and then he would just post every band's set online.
That's pretty cool.
It was fucking awesome.
That's dope.
Because there's like 2 FWF sets, full sets online.
Don't show me the prominent history. Show me the history of your town in like deep. Like no one talks about 2010 in Salmon Well, Arizona.
They will whenever
they talk about fucking whatever.
They talk about
it's
1950
built.
through the fucking 2000s.
Yeah.
No one talks about the downfall unless you listen to the album Copper Plated Casket by Efren. You know, Efren, I feel like he's one of not one of the first, but you know, a little bit of the few to tackle what Samuel has become in a creative manner.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, FWF did it with Sandman Hell a little bit.
What is driving Salmon Well creatively?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, Salmon Well's just trying to get on his fucking feet, dude.
How do we
get back on our feet?
No, how do you explore
being creative?
Salmon Well creatively, you know? How do you put that type of artistic value into a town like Salmon Well? You know, is it through photography, painting?
I mean,
just multimedia in general?
I think really, like, I made a video, and it's one of my most popular videos on YouTube about it's literally just me walking around in one of the abandoned elementary schools.
Yeah.
And like so many people watch it, and people have commented, and they're just like, I went to elementary school there. I used to go to school there. Oh, I remember this class there. Oh man, it's sad. The rest of this town is like that.
The asbestos gave me cancer. Who do I call?
If any of you guys from classes 96 to 04 have cancer, you guys come forward. There's a class action lawsuit, and we're gonna fucking take them for all their money. No, I don't know what I forgot. The class action lawsuit kind of.
Where would you hang yourself at school?
Where would I have hung myself at school?
Yeah.
I thought about this actually.
Okay.
It's like that's
you're a gym guy, huh?
That's not
your basketball.
That is
hoop.
like what's crazy is that's not a thought that I didn't think in high school.
Yeah.
As someone who was suicidal in high school, I thought about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Where would I hang myself?
Yeah.
In front of an ex-girlfriend's locker?
Yeah. That one sucks.
Yeah.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Also another crazy thought was, what if I just shot myself in front of them?
Mine was like school, like a bus runs me over. Like I have the bus fucking hit me. Like
what? You're waiting just a little bit ahead of the bus stop, so so before it even tries to slow down, you jump.
I kill myself before going to school, but everyone would know I was on my way to school.
This guy fucking jumped out of the bus.
Where would I kill myself at school? Oh fuck, dude, the old spider web.
What is that?
You know, the spider web. You know, it's the metal bars and it's always
and then they
it's
got the
like
rope.
the dome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the web.
No.
What'd you guys call it?
Spider web.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, are you talking about like fucking 7th grade?
No, like fucking 4th, 3rd.
You wanted to kill yourself in 4th or 3rd grade?
No, I'm just saying, like, I would kill myself where I used to play.
Oh. So basically you would go as a high schooler
yes.
and you would go to a elementary school
yeah.
and scar children.
Yeah.
This is for you for failing me, Miss Mackey.
You have to kill yourself where was your favorite place to play?
My favorite place to play in the desert.
So you kill yourself in the desert.
Who hasn't done that?
Yeah, exactly.
There was fucking one in like 2020 in the tri-community.
That really affected you.
It did actually.
Yeah, I know.
It was a pretty crazy time.
Still think about that, girl, when you're washing dishes.
No, I don't. Well, what's crazy is
I
like
used to watch you wash dishes.
when at my house, I fucking hated washing dishes. I still hate washing dishes. I'm so happy I have a dishwasher now. Call me a lazy piece of shit.
No, call me depressed.
No.
I should have washed more dishes.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking depressed too, dude. I fucking
No, the one I'm well.
Oh, when you were living at my house?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have carried a little bit more weight. Who's gonna carry the boats?
Yeah.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
I should have done more. There was time you guys were not home at all. I was just chilling, looking at your foods.
Just going through my stuff.
Just like, fuck.
Flipping through my records. Like, this guy
I'm all like,
bad music.
Oh, man, I have a month.
Unlimited
I have 2
rain.
weeks of COVID. I can't talk to my...
That was crazy.
I hated that shit. I never felt more pointless to be in my room other than that.
That's probably the closest you'll ever get to jail. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been in the cell.
Yeah. It's good time. I haven't been in a cell. I've been in the waiting room.
Holding cell.
It wasn't even a holding cell. I was watching TV.
You're in a waiting room?
Yeah, it was like a waiting room.
They're all Nikki. Your grandma's
They didn't
here.
even say Nikki, dude.
They said Nicholas.
They said Nicholas.
They said Nicholas Andrew Valenzuela. Inmate 7762.
What do they call it? Do you go by Nicholas or Nick? Actually, everyone calls me Nikki. They're like, Nikki. Right then, right in the middle.
They're all, Nikki has hash on him. Controlled substance. The judge just like, I hear you like to go by Nikki. Well, Nikki, we don't have any of your paperwork.
They're like, what do they call you? Nate or Nathan? God.
No, it's always just like,
you're Nate,
whenever
dude.
I'm Nathaniel, like, oh, do you go, what do you like to go by? Do you go by Nate or Nathan? I go by Nathaniel.
Sometimes Rick Daniel.
Rick Daniel. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
Rick Daniel.
Oh, Rick Daniel. Maybe make a comeback. Probably never. Maybe.
We were saying something earlier before I interrupted you about
hanging myself.
No, it was after the hanging.
Was it about Simon Well?
Okay, in the high school I would hang
Okay, so we're going back to
myself.
hanging ourselves.
Ah, fuck. Math room.
Math room?
Math room. Right, actually.
Math lab? What school are you talking
by
about?
By the vending machines.
CDO?
The vending machines. I wanted that, and I definitely want like a bunch of snacks. Just like,
how did he get himself in the vending machine?
Oh, dude.
It's like the fucking principal comes and he's just like, he's talking to the janitor. He's just like, cover this up. Go give me some quarters.
Okay, even if you wrote a suicide note and you were dead in there, do you think they would think it was a suicide?
You put the suicide note in the thing and they have to like put it in a quarter to get it to drop out. They're all like, his feet are jamming the fucking thing. How did he get in here?
Yeah. You think they would think it was a homicide, or would they believe my suicide? How did he do it? And it would end like this. The note
why did this 5th grader do this?
And the note would end like this. And the biggest question of why I killed myself is, how did I get in here to kill myself?
Oh, the biggest question of how did I kill myself, or the biggest question about killing myself is, did I?
Oh shit!
I was like, yeah, this guy was deranged.
Kill yourself and make your make a 20-year later note for your child explaining why you killed yourself. Marty, from 19, this fucking message was written for you in 1880. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
He's back in the past. The doc's alive.
Oh, yes, obviously. Number
Yeah.
3.
Yes, number 3, dude.
What were your thoughts? Do you think?
Well, the end of 2.
Yeah, sorry.
Beginning of 3.
Leading into 3.
Leading into 3.
Do you think the people wanted to just stop? They were just like, I don't want to see another adventure. And then
I don't know. I like 3. It's fun.
You like 3?
Like after you watch the first one and second one, you're like, my putting on 3 is kind of fun at this point.
Yeah, at that point,
It kind of captured the.
I feel
know.
like 2 was peak.
It's pretty comic-esque. You know, it's like a comic book, like watching a comic.
Well, it's a
book.
Western too.
It's fantasy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's off the whole thing.
Marty, Marty McFly.
He gets on a hover horse in the 3rd one.
Yeah, it's just 4 hoverboards. In
Johnny Durango.
Okay. Hell yeah. So you're gonna write that note for your kid.
So it's like, I wrote this for you your freshman year. Now you're a senior. Look at how your life has changed.
You killed yourself when he was a baby.
I kill myself, but then I write him a note as if like
It's
I'm
like 40 when he gets this one.
as if like I'm writing it like I'm a freshman, and then like whenever I grow up, I want to become this, and this. Like whenever I'm dead, I hope I go to heaven. You better become a lawyer. If you're not a lawyer right now, I'm gonna be so pissed. It's like your father wanted you to have this on your 30th birthday. Get it? And it's just like, are you any of these things? If you're not, I would have been disappointed in you.
I think it's fucked up. You told your kid to be a lawyer.
Yeah, it's
Out of like your whole personality, you told your kid to become a lawyer. You're like, you better become a lawyer.
What if
I'm dead now?
What if I was like this? You better become a soldier.
He's just like listening to your music. He's just like, I wonder what dad's like. And then you're just like, become a lawyer.
Hey man, there's all kinds of different. There's subgenres of lawyers.
You just you're like following your grandpa's footsteps.
Become a fucking nurse.
Hell yeah, baller ass nurse.
Yeah. Nah.
Uh,
No, I mean, I got told to follow in my parents' footsteps and go into the
Yeah.
military,
oh yes,
and I said, "Fuck that."
I should just go into the military at this point.
I already got one fucking sibling that got suckered into following the path. Now look at him. 401k,
He's made some good connections.
a house,
Yeah,
pilot's license.
divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Re-engaged.
really?
Yeah.
Those guys moves quick.
He moves quick.
No
Yeah,
shit.
he just
He
got.
went to boot camp with her.
No, he didn't go to boot camp with.
It's one of the bunker bunnies.
Hey, it's gonna be my sister-in-law soon, dude. Can't be talking about it like that.
Well, she isn't.
She's also in the military.
Can you show us a picture? Yeah, man, I'll show you a picture.
Wow, let's pull.
Yeah.
Jamie, pull a picture. Chibi, pull a picture. Chibi's our Jamie.
He's not gonna watch this, man.
He does. He's just behind. So that's why I've been.
He's always.
That's why
he's
I-
like, hey, man, she's my wife now. He just beats me up.
They watched this on their honeymoon.
He's like, don't you ever say that.
He's not allowed at the house. Amara can come, but he can't.
The least known friend,
Who?
me.
To my family?
No, to your brother.
Oh,
I rarely have ever met Tiger. I've met him 2 times.
really?
And one time I made him and fucking
And AJ.
AJ mad.
Oh, because you were. That was crazy.
That
You were
was
just-
so funny.
You were just screaming.
Oh yeah.
But you know,
I woke up drunk because you guys all because I fell asleep first.
Yeah.
And then
Well, didn't we wake you up by like just discharging the pistol?
I don't know how.
I think you were asleep, and then we just. Oh no, that was the next morning after you fell asleep. They fired off the pistol near you to wake you up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Because you kept them up.
Oh, that was sick.
That
I
was-
forgot about that.
Yeah. Good times.
He discharged.
What's crazy is like the past few times since then, and actually we've been talking about. So now that group has become known as our CEO group
Mhm.
because one of the trips, Efren and AJ were standing around the fire, and they were like, he's like, well, just put yourself in this. If you're the CEO of Sam's Club, and they're like trying, and one of your employees hangs themselves, perfect tie-in, and no pun intended. And so then we were just like, yeah, dude. I was just like, God, you guys won't shut the fuck up. This guy's acting like he's the fucking CEO of Sam's Club over here. So then we all became known as the CEO Club. And actually, my brother recently just fired off a text and was just like, when's the next CEO retreat?
Oh shit, he has time off.
Well, he's back in the U.S.
Oh, okay, that's
he's
cool.
back in Texas. He has a
nice.
house now.
Oh yeah.
He's in
New fiance.
He's
What color is she?
She's white. She's a white.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
exotic to us.
yeah. Damn, he got a white.
He's got a white.
Fuck.
And,
of course he got
and
a
like,
white. He's your dad's kid. Of course he did.
Yeah, in the military.
You always get a woman like your mom,
Hey.
right?
This guy's really starting to follow him. This guy's really starting to like copy my dad's life almost.
Yeah.
Except just very little variables here and there. What the fuck was that? Uh-oh. The letter reads, "Dear Casey, I fell in love with my first girlfriend."
Oh shit.
I did. One day I'm gonna get fucking the Casey Kasem thing down. And I honestly, now that I think about it, I think I could do a really good job portraying Casey Kasem.
I'm Casey Kasem.
I don't know, Shay. I don't know, Scoop. That's terrible. That's a terrible Shaggy. That's terrible Shaggy. Like, I don't know, Scoop. I'll get there.
Bring back.
I'm better at doing
Casey Kasem.
I'm better at doing Casey Kasem's actual voice.
Rebuild Casey Kasem.
The letter reads, "Dear Casey."
The letter reads, "Dear Casey,
I would like you to play a song that reminds me of my mom." Well, that's sweet. Kenny, I'm going to play a song that reminds you of your mom. Here is "Hold On, I'm Coming Home" by Drake. That'd be crazy. I remember.
Is that really a song?
Just "Hold On, I'm Coming Home"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What song is
by
that?
Drake. It's called "Hold On, I'm Coming Home."
Hold
Just hold on, I'm coming home. Da, da.
Damn.
There's a metal musician who did a cover of it, and it's actually really fucking good.
Is that the?
It's like, "I've got my eyes on you. Everything that I see, I want your high love."
Are you sure this isn't
That's a Drake song.
Backstreet Boys?
No, I would know. I love Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys, all right.
It's Backstreet's back. Backstreet's back. All right. Hey, Millennium.
Am I sexual?
Oh my God, we're back again.
Yeah, dude.
Talk about
Dude, I don't know.
What's funny is like
I don't like boy bands.
I
like the pop women,
Yes.
like very popular, like
Kate
Britney
Bush.
Spears and shit like that. Kate Bush.
running up that hill. If I only could make a deal with God. Madonna. You like Madonna?
Cher.
Yeah, Cher's
I'm not-
Cher's beyond. Cher's like a goddess of pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Madonna. Who likes Madonna? I
Madonna,
like Blondie.
Madonna has some.
I'm
good
more
songs.
of a Blondie fan than
Blondie's
Madonna.
a band though.
Apparently, you weren't watching the same stuff as I was. We all know who the star was.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously,
Dumbass.
because I have one sister.
Am I sexual?
What's funny is I've got two stories about karaoke
Okay.
as a kid,
Okay.
and one of them is I was always the shy kid
Okay.
back in the day, and
Really?
yeah, you wouldn't think. A lot of people.
How big you are?
Cause I'm sexual. But I remember like whenever it was probably like 2001. There's a party at my parents' house. Like all my family's over. My tias, my theos,
Like, fuck
my nana,
this
my
guy.
tata.
They're like, fuck this
And
guy.
they have.
You're all walking through. Fucking,
I'm a little kid.
Yeah, they're like, you're just walking.
I'm
They're
just like a chubby little kid
yeah,
that's quiet.
Fuck this guy.
And so we have like all the chairs from the table all like put together, so it's making like a little stage. And I'm standing on top of all the chairs, and I'm singing the Backstreet Boys Millennium album because I just listened to it so much that I knew it. And I like
Oh, you're a real fan, huh?
Well, that's the thing. It's like I listen to songs so much that like I do. Like, yeah, I am a fan of music.
Yeah.
I love music.
Yeah, but you like Backstreet Boys.
I like
Which
I
isn't-
like the album Millennium. only
Okay.
because I listened to it so much as a kid that
Okay.
I know it.
Yeah.
And then what's crazy is like I'll listen to it now and I'll be like, I was like, I know it. And then I'm like, oh, I only actually know like 4 songs from this album. Hybrid Theory, on the other hand, fucking know that shit from back front. That's Linkin Park.
Oh my God, I'm back again.
Shut up when I'm talking to you. My Theo Richard came up to me after I did that at my Nana's birthday, and he was just like, shut up.
that's,
Yeah, that's funny.
that's so awesome.
And I was just like,
You're like, do you like this stuff? Do you?
because so his sons also made music and stuff too. Do you have any family members that make music? I know you have like some cousins stuff that
No.
tattoo and stuff, right?
No. Probably.
Do you have a cousin that tattoos?
I don't know.
I,
I don't.
th-
think
I feel
so.
like there's someone
There probably is.
with Valenzuela as their last name
But
on that follows
honestly,
that follows our
with
Instagram
with our
with our bloodline,
bloodline, everyone
with their
just
pure
want-
Spaniard bloodline.
with their criminal parents' backgrounds and all those stuff, we all wanted office jobs and like have shit like that.
You
Go
guys
to
didn't
college.
want stardom.
Yeah,
You're just like, I just want stability.
Yeah.
I don't want stardom. I want stability. They're like all. It's just like all you do is go to work and then go home, and he's like, yeah, and I'm very thankful for that.
These streets are hard. It was always like you get a real job. It was always those type of
Get a real
values.
job, get paid,
You know?
spend
But
time,
like-
spend the weekends with your family.
But like because you get that because of how hard it's been for other family members' lives because they haven't worked up to get that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because drugs and fucking
yeah,
gang
or poverty.
or just poverty in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, that's
you know
kind
what
of that's basically like what happened with my with my dad and his brothers.
old values.
It's like they're just like, I hated growing up poor, so I'm gonna do
Yeah.
everything I can to
Yes.
not be poor anymore.
Yes.
And like really, their escape was the military or
Mhm.
education.
Yeah.
And my dad took both of them. My dad
Smart man.
went to school.
Dedicated.
My dad
man.
went to school,
Hardworking.
went into the military,
Mhm.
and then finished school after the military.
I wonder how your dad
He wasn't a career military guy.
would have taught you guys manners if he didn't go to the military.
Probably.
How much do you think your manners come from your mom and dad? You think it's mostly your mom instilled?
No, it's both of my parents.
Really?
Both of my parents were really good manners.
They were
That's
there
the
all the
but
fucking time.
that's
Mom.
that's the
I
thing, too.
hate you.
That's the thing though.
That's so cool.
Is like it's like the same manners in a sense. Your grandmas are probably just a little bit more strict.
But you probably wanted that Spider-Man life, lonely child, mom and dad dead,
No, I really wanted
uncle
to be.
and aunt.
I wanted
taking care of
to.
you.
I wanted to be underdog.
You wanted to be under.
I wanted to be an underdog.
Yeah.
Like I always vibed with the underdog.
That's middle child.
I am the fucking underdog, bro.
It's
Yeah,
middle child stuff.
yeah, it is. What's crazy is like thinking about it. And one thing I can relate to with you is like there,
Shut up when I'm talking to you.
getting new clothes or like wearing used clothes and
Mhm.
stuff is so like I'm so used to it because of hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
And it's just like you don't think about it till later on in life, and you're just like, man, I didn't even have my own. Like, I didn't get clothes. I received clothes that were no longer in use from my older sibling.
That stopped once I got into high school.
Yeah,
And
no,
then I started-
it stopped for me too. Once like I kind of got
Well,
my
I
own
started giving
sense
my
of style.
hand-me-downs to Ralph and
Uh-huh.
David.
That's so funny that you gave your hand-me-downs to your older brother.
Yeah, it was funny.
But I mean, now as an adult, like as similar sizes,
Mhm.
that makes sense. I give my
Yeah.
brother shirts that he don't want. He gives me shirts that he don't want.
It was funny. Also.
My dad gives me underwear that he's like, yeah, these ones are too tight. You want them? I was like, yeah, I'll fucking take. This is good underwear.
These are too tight.
Yeah, he's like, I've worn them like once or twice. I was like, I don't like them. Don't fucking toss them this way. It's
It's like,
free.
oh,
I
yeah.
was like, that's free underwear. Socks, dude. Psh.
He's like, Daniel,
But
don't ever change.
there are people that are like, I don't want your stuff. I was like, I fucking love I think that gave me more of an appreciation for like thrift store stuff. It's like I'm used to wearing worn stuff, and honestly, I kind of like it a little bit more. I'm more hesitant with buying clothing. I don't know, especially shoes. I don't know why.
I realized I really like clothing. We're very bad at portioning my money to buy clothing.
Yeah.
I always look at clothing. I'm like,
me
I'm
too.
like, man, I would like to have this.
I would
And then-
love that.
but
and
I
then-
can. I just don't, because I spend my money elsewhere, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's
that's
how- that's
really
how I
worth
am
it. I
too.
question too much what it's worth, but it's worth it.
Yeah, me too. And
what I mean?
and what's crazy is I think for me that comes from like seeing my dad kind of. My dad was a little bit more like reserved with his money and his spending.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was like the one that was like, if my mom got fixated on like a hobby that she wanted to do, she would invest in it,
Mm-hmm.
and then like months later, nothing's happening. And it's like you spent the money to do the hobby. You're not doing the hobby. It's wasted fucking money, wasted
Materials.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so like growing up seeing that, I think I have a little bit of reserve in my mind to where like even buying this, dude,
Mm-hmm.
I should have bought this like months ago, like before I did. And I was just telling myself, I'll get it next time. I'll get it whenever we get a little bit more money. I have plenty of money. I could have bought it already.
Yeah.
I could have bought I do that with a lot of stuff. It's like, oh, I'll get it next time.
Yeah. I do that.
Because it's like, do I
I feel-
really need it right now?
No.
And I feel like
I mean, yeah.
I would,
in a
I would,
way,
I would
yes and no.
want it.
Yes.
And that's the thing too. It's like I get questions like, "Well, you buy weed though."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but like I don't categorize that as like a possession.
Yeah.
I categorize that as something that and I use it recreationally, but there is a medicinal aspect to it.
Oh man, that's my medicinal.
Exactly,
Before I hang out with family, and after I eat, and everything else in between.
Exactly. Watching TV at home?
Watching
How am I
TV.
supposed to watch TV if I'm not high?
How am I supposed to enjoy my high?
How am
when
I
I'm not
supposed to
high?
live my life? I can't enjoy getting high unless I'm a little high.
How am I gonna enjoy this blunt without this joint?
And how am I going to enjoy this joint without this dab? And obviously, I can't take this
Man,
dab
dude.
until I've had my 10 milligrams.
You know, that's the wild one about me. Like being a parent and smoking marijuana, I'm like, man, you can't like to have those long smoke sessions
the
where you're
way,
just
the
like,
way you worded that made it seem like you're a parent.
yeah, I'm not.
I know, but the way you said it.
Well, I feel their pain. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I enjoy long durations of smoking and like enjoying whatever
Yeah.
I'm,
Exactly.
putting my eyeballs on. Porn.
You're smoking joints, watching porn. You're not even touching yourself. You're just, I would have shot that at a different angle. It's a little sloppy right there.
I'm working my
You're
editing.
critiquing
Oh,
it.
okay. That was just a joke. I just don't watch porn. Come on, guys.
Who doesn't watch porn while they're smoking joints? You're telling me Quentin Tarantino
That's
doesn't?
crazy.
You're telling me Quentin Tarantino doesn't have Best Foot Jobs 2005 while he's smoking, riding Django Unchained 2?
VCRs.
Django meets the Inglorious Bastards. He's all, what a crazy mashup.
What was I saying right now?
We were talking about getting high. And,
yeah.
and you feeling bad for parents who can't have
Oh
that
yeah,
long
yeah,
smoke session.
because I like my long smoke sessions. I know, like you have a 2-hour time span before the kids come home. Man, you must be like,
oh, fuck.
and to always smoke outside, like.
Oh, I think about that. If like whenever I have a child, obviously I'm gonna have to stop smoking in the house.
Yeah.
Because just out of respect for my fucking kid
Yeah.
and my wife,
Yeah.
have some respect for my fucking my family.
I know.
With that being said, though, you bet your ass I'm gonna try my fucking hardest to build a fucking office in my backyard so that I can just go smoke in my office.
Yeah.
You're like, where's your dad? Oh, he's in his office. He's always in his fucking office.
Knock before you come in. Don't come in. That's gonna be you. Don't come in.
I'll be out there right now. Just hold on. all you hear is just me clearing the bog.
They're out there for like 5 minutes. Like, I just walk away. Like,
I walk out.
I just want to go to Derek's. I'll come out.
Hold on, before you leave, I need to talk to you. Don't be doing anything stupid over there.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn degenerate kids. Let's go to Derek's house.
Breaking windows. I pay for those windows.
Oh man, I'm not looking forward to whenever my kid does a stupid thing like that. Trying to think of all the stupid things I did.
Burn the rug.
Totaled the car. totaled a fucking really nice
Totaled
car
the-
that my parents were probably still paying for. Not right now, but they probably were paying for at the time.
God.
Totaled it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, that sucks.
The worst I did was make a hole in the wall.
Hey, what was cool? Ah, dude, I did that plenty of times.
I did that once.
That
was the only time I was ever grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's crazy is I learned this behavior from my older brother because I saw that my brother had punched a hole in his wall.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I was like, I guess that's how we deal with our
Seriously.
anger. When we're really upset, we punch holes in the wall.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever punched a hole in the wall,
You're like, I'm gonna put everything I have into this punch.
I punched the hole in the wall. I was upset, so I put a picture of me and my niece over it. I was in a fight with one of my ex-girlfriends. And I fucking punched.
Darla.
I punched the picture.
Oh shit.
I broke the picture. I cut my hand and stuff. I broke the glass and stuff.
You're like, I feel no pain.
Yeah, dude.
My heart is broken. You can feel your heartbeat through the cut. You're like, you're like, oh my.
A little bit of more blood every heartbeat. No, so like thinking about that, it's just like, God, I was a fucking idiot. And honestly, that's just dumb.
I'd take long 2 a.m. walks, even during
That's
like
good
school nights
therapy.
and stuff.
That's good therapy.
You know what
That's
I mean?
therapeutic.
And I would just scream into the night.
Really?
Yeah, you know, because
That's therapy, though.
when I would do my counseling and stuff, they'd always say like, scream into a pillow, scream where no one's around, like, you know, do something to let out your
You
frustrations.
ever think you scared anybody? Just like
Yeah, dude.
randomly walking in the
Yeah.
middle of the night, they just hear a fucking child screaming
Yeah.
at the top of their lungs, and like either like were you just screaming, or
Yeah,
were
I
you
was screaming.
yelling?
No, I was
were you
screaming.
screaming things?
I was just screaming.
You're just
Yeah, yelling, you know, screaming. And like,
terrifying.
dude, because like, you know, my room was like right by the garage door, and like I could just leave. You know, Ralph and David would never like just wake up in the middle of the night and look for anyone. Everyone was always heavy sleepers.
Yeah.
So like I could just leave the house
Uh,
for like 2 hours just walking in the dark in Oracle.
where would you go?
I would just walk.
Where? Which way?
Just you know, just down, you know, I'd come out my road, and then I just
Would you always go to your right?
yeah.
You wouldn't walk. Closer.
No.
You'd never walk closer to the wilderness.
Yeah. But Oracle's so scary because it feels like it's all wilderness at some point in the night.
It is, though.
Yeah, it is.
You think about how much wilderness is between your grandma's house and the main road.
Yeah.
Even then, you could have like fucking 4 coyotes that live in that area.
Never a light on me.
Yeah, and that's even crazier. And there's no lights in the fucking town.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Night vision. Those young people eyes, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So fresh.
Walking in the dark.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that crazy? Whenever you do psychedelics, do you feel like you can see better in the dark?
Oh yeah.
Isn't
Definitely.
Isn't that crazy that all that is just your pupils being forced open?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's very scary.
It's cool though. I remember one time just tripping and then like looking down an alleyway, and I just kept thinking headlights were coming up the alley because I was just seeing like this ring of light just kind of filtering up the alley.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck, there's someone coming up the fucking thing. No, fucking tripping.
Do you like when your mind feels fast on psychedelics?
In what sense? Like thoughts or
you're in a concert or something. If you've ever done it like that, or like maybe in just scenarios with your friends or something. But like, you know, when everything just like feels really quick and like a lot of movement, stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember one time it felt like we told 100 jokes in 5 minutes. Just because of how fast we were rattling them off and how much we were laughing.
Yeah.
That was fucking funny.
Okay. So, I know what you're talking about.
So, like, shit like that. But I don't necessarily know if I enjoy it. But at the same time, I don't enjoy when every second feels like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you're just, like, looking at the clock and then you're like, fuck, it's only been a second.
Yeah, when you're just like...
When you're too deep in it.
Yeah.
And I guess really what that is that's probably your mind going too fast to where even like these split seconds feel like 2 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, put that into 8 hours.
You don't... Well, of course there's some overstimulating, but like you don't there's points to like that type of stimulation where, you know, you feel more, you know, you feel like enlightened than actually like paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed that about psychedelics. Like when I'm having good conversation or like just good movement around me, like I kind of enjoy that, but it does feel like, it feels like you can feel the stimulation coming from it. You're like, oh, like,
yeah, exactly.
Where like, sometimes I do.
I would
like, just like,
I think lack of stimulation would really like that's probably what causes for me time to just drag a little bit more, because then you are a little bit more in your head. Yeah. Because like I mean, there have been times whenever we were sitting, like when we'd be in conversation and like we'd look and it'd be like all 3 hours have already gone by. 3 hours have gone by.
See, that's just weird because when I think about it now, honestly, when thinking about it, you know, I've had good trips by myself, but the last few times I've had trips by myself, it kind of felt like an eternity. Yeah. You know, that could feel like forever. And the last time I was like having a mellow night tripping with like even people, like I was having like a bad time.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. But like the last times I've been going to these like, you know, these concerts and raves on psychedelics, like I'm having a great time and everything. So like I think I need to give myself like that type of readjustment for more mellow, you know, time, because
to where you can kind of sit in it,
and
not just be distracted.
Yeah.
I feel that. I mean, I think the last time I tripped by myself, I regretted it, but at the same time, you know, all I did was watch The Simpsons for fucking 8 hours, and I mean, what I got out of it was that, you know, love is like such a powerful thing, and you know, love for, you know, your significant other, for your friends, for your family, you know, just the idea of love and positivity. That's what I took out of it. And I took that out of a fucking cartoon, Simpsons. And I just found that profound that, you know, you can, I don't know, I feel like The Simpsons was made off of the idea of love, but it's not. It's comedy, but comedy is love in a sense. It's a love for laughter. I don't know. The last time I tripped by myself, all I realized, though, the importance of love. What the fuck does it mean? No, love is a very important thing. And I think that, you know, if you find the right love, then ears must be ringing. Then you can, you know, get through life. Yeah. Whether it's, you know, camaraderie with friendship, love for what you do, love for a person, you know.
Oh,
love is power.
What a genuine way to end the podcast.
I guess so.
With love.
Yes, love is power. Love is tight.
And when love calls, you gotta answer it.
Yep. Which means you gotta end the podcast.
This is Let the Freak Speak. I'm Nicholas Valenzuela.
I'm Nathaniel Lopez.
And tonight we want to say, leave a comment, like and subscribe. Please do more interaction for us for yourself, and we'll try to put in the effort.
Make us want it more.
A Nick's effort into.
We're gonna put in a Nick effort
into putting out the podcast for more viewership.
Yeah, and you know, if you're looking for a fucking time, like a solid timeline, good luck, motherfuckers. We do this how we do it, and we'll always do it how we do it, because this is Let the Freak Speak. Good night. Thank you. Let the Freak Speak!
It comes on.